Hey guys, welcome to Gluten-Free Habit. Today we're making chocolate curls. Making chocolate curls for me was really frustrating when I was first learning how. They would crumble or crack or just mush up and not even curl. But now that I know some simple tricks, it's a lot of fun making them, and it's a great way to dress up my gluten-free desserts. I'm going to show you an easy way to make chocolate curls that will make your desserts look amazing. You can use chocolate curls to top desserts like cakes, pies, tiramisu, or even ice cream sundaes. As far as I'm concerned, chocolate curls should top everything. This cake is a favorite in my house. This is my gluten-free party cake with chocolate curls. In case you want to check it out, I'll leave the link down below. Okay, here's what you'll need to make them. A baking sheet that you'll turn upside down to spread the chocolate on, some vegetable shortening, some chocolate chips, an offset spatula or something else that you can spread the chocolate with, and a slightly flexible scraper. You don't need to have a professional tool for this. You could even use a sharp-edged spatula, you could use a pastry scraper, or my personal favorite is this wide putty knife that I got in a hardware department. It's slightly flexible, it's the perfect width that I like, and it's the one that I use most often. But of course, I don't use this in my home improvement projects. It's dedicated to my chocolate curls. You'll also need a plate or a cookie sheet lined with wax paper for the finished chocolate curls. The exact measurements for this can be found down below in the description box. Okay, let's make some chocolate curls. Start by transferring about 1/4 of your chips into a separate container and set that aside. Now make sure the remaining chips are in a microwavable bowl or measuring cup and add 1 tablespoon of vegetable shortening. Our goal here is to melt the chips only about 80% of the way. When we get to that point, we'll add in those extra chips that we had set aside. They're still tempered because they haven't been melted yet. They'll cool down the chocolate and they will re-temper it for us. Microwave that for 30 seconds at 50% power. The chips won't be ready yet, but it's better to go slowly and carefully and make sure we don't overdo it. Now put them back in the microwave again, 30 seconds, 50% power. Now give it another stir and make sure to pay attention to how soft the chocolate is getting because every microwave is different. At this point, decide if you need to go in 30-second increments or 10 to 15-second increments. In my case, I need to do another 30 seconds at 50% power, and then I'll give it another stir. My chocolate is melting nicely now, so I'll reduce the time to 15 seconds at 50% power, and then I'll give it a stir and see how it looks. Okay, this looks great. About 80% is melted. I still have chunks of chips down there as I stir, so I'm ready to pour in the remaining chips. As these new chips are melting in, they're going to help cool down the chocolate, and that's exactly what we want to happen. It'll take a little time for these chips to melt in, but that's okay. Just take your time with it, stir it occasionally, even let it sit for a minute while they melt a little bit, and then within about 5 minutes, you're going to have a nice consistency, smooth and creamy, ready to pour. So today I'm making these chocolate curls with chocolate chips. I usually have chocolate chips on hand, so it's super convenient. And if you follow these steps, you can make some really beautiful chocolate curls with them. Typically though, I like to use a good dark chocolate bar. It has more cocoa butter than the chocolate chips, and it's going to melt easier, and it'll just give an even better finished result. Okay, when your chocolate is smooth, you want to put your baking sheet into your fridge for about a minute. Not much longer though, because you don't want your pan to get too cold. If it does, then your chocolate's going to set up too quickly, and you won't have much time at all to get your chocolate curls made. Keep on stirring your chocolate while the pan is in the fridge. When the pan's ready, flip it upside down on your counter and pour the chocolate out. Now with your spatula, spread the chocolate back and forth until it covers the entire surface. And after a bit, you'll notice that the chocolate will start to set slightly. And you'll know this because the chocolate will start to thicken and it'll lose a little bit of its shine. When it looks like your chocolate has set a little bit, then you can give it a fingerprint test. It should leave a slight fingerprint, but not an indentation. Then, in the corner of a pan, you can test it with your spatula. Put your spatula at a 45-degree angle and push away from you. If your chocolate mushes up together like this, it's not ready yet. You need to let it set for another minute or two. Now retest your chocolate again. Success! Our first chocolate curl. When the chocolate is exactly at the right temperature, the curls will come easily. It's a lot of fun to experiment with making different shaped curls. If you push straight forward, you're going to get a straight regular curl. If you slice to the side a little bit as you're pushing forward, you'll get a funnel-shaped curl. And if you use just the corner of your tool, you'll get a little tiny curl. So experiment and have fun. As you complete each chocolate curl, you can move it over to your wax paper. When you're all done, just store them in the fridge until you're ready to use them. And there you go, chocolate curls made from chocolate chips. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like down below. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next gluten-free habit recipe. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.